I'd just like to take some time to talk once again. I've made a video before about like image and the whole like being going natural thing and sort of the way society kind of views it, or the way black people seem to view like attitudes basically towards the whole going natural and deciding not to relax your hair anymore. So I recently on my blog I was going through comments. I haven't been on for a while, and I stumbled across a comment from someone who said, I've been thinking about the big chop for about 8 months now. Nobody around me seems to think it's a good idea. I used to have long hair until recently. My hair's still full, but it's been breaking, though I've trimmed, though I, even though I got the ends trimmed often. So now it looks a mess to me. I tried transitioning, protecting my hair with weaves and kinky twists, but my hair isn't soft or curly. It's really hard. By the time it was more than due, I didn't have the heart to cut it, and I decided to relax it again. Is nappy really for everybody? My ears stick out just a little bit, and I have a big nose, and I have fairly chubby cheeks. I'm hairy as well. Would nappy hair be a good idea? If my texture is really, really coarse, should I just chop it all off and start again? I've seen beautiful hair on blogs about natural hair, but I worry I can't manage my hair. It's too hard. Any quick tips? I'd really appreciate the help. Thank you. So I read this, and the first thing I thought is, well, you know, this girl's worried because everyone else is telling her it's not a good idea to go natural. Forget what everyone else is telling you. It's your hair, it's your decision, and you're the one that's going to have to look at it every day in the mirror. Anyone that has seen like my big chop video, like the main one, knows how long my hair was before. I mean, I had really long, healthy, relaxed hair. I didn't really have any real need to cut it, but I'd wanted to go natural for so long, and it just got to a point where other people's opinions didn't matter anymore. It was just about what I wanted to do, and I decided to do it. So in terms of worrying about what everyone else is thinking, if that's your concern, you just have to stop. Most of the people that decide to go natural are adults, and you get to a certain point in your life where the opinions of others shouldn't matter anymore, and you should be able to make an informed decision and just deal with the consequences, especially when it's on something that can be as trivial as hair. I mean, it's you that has to take care of it, or it's you that will be paying to go to the salon or whatever. So if you feel like it's something you want to do, don't let what other people have to say put you off. Second thing I'd probably like to say is I think black hair is beautiful, and although my hair is somewhere in between that kinky, curly kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, I like it. I like natural hair generally, and it's not about it being super duper curly or being extra kinky or being hard or soft or whatever else. I think black hair is beautiful, and I think that most of the women with black hair, I think women with black hair are beautiful. So I don't think there's any reason to believe that if your hair's not a particular texture, it's not going to be nice or it's not going to suit you. Um, I also feel like if you're transitioning, unless you have like maybe 3 inches of regrowth, you're not actually really going to know what your natural hair texture is like truly like. And in fact, even then, you only really find out what your natural hair is like when you completely cut your hair. That's when you really find out what your natural hair is like. Her worrying about, she said she was worried because she has chubby cheeks. Well, what can I say? I've got really big eyes. I've always thought that my nostrils are too big. You can't see it here, but my ears, they tend to do this like pixie thing at the top. We all have our insecurities, but I mean, the texture of your hair doesn't really change much. And if you're worried because of the actual big chop and having your hair short for a while, I mean, hair grows. This is what, like 3 months of growth. I did my big chop 3 months ago, and this is my hair now. Hair grows. So even if you are a bit worried about the whole um, walking around with low cut, it's just not something to worry about because it's only for a short period of time. And if you're someone that already does weaves or rocks wigs, then you definitely don't have to worry about it because nothing changes really. The only person that has to see your hair when it's really, really low is you. She mentioned being hairy. Um, if you're a girl that has a lot of hair on her head, if you happen to have very thick hair, then chances are you're going to have a lot of hair all over your body generally. So once again, I just don't think that's something to worry about. unless you've got massive tufts of it coming out of your nose and ears, it's all good. Um, she then said that she was worried about her hair being hard, like hard. I don't think there's any such thing as hard hair. I think most of the time, what we black people tend to call hard hair is just dry hair, dry coarse hair, and just the issue of like moisturizing your hair, making sure your hair is moisturized at all times, can often make a really big difference with the whole hard hair thing. Um, as long as your hair's moisturized and you're taking proper care of it, it will get softer. It may not be, super duper curly. It may not be as curly as you want it to be, but it will be softer and it will be manageable. So that's not something to worry about either. This girl also said that she'd wanted to transition, to go natural for about 8 months, and different things had stopped her. She said there was a point when she had started to transition, so she'd stopped relaxing her hair, and that by the time the regrowth came through, it was so coarse and her hair felt so hard that she just she she lost the courage to go ahead and do the big chop, and she chose to relax her hair again instead. What I would say about that is I don't think there's anything wrong with chickening out. I certainly didn't go natural as soon as I didn't cut my hair as soon as I decided to go natural. I tried to transition for about 6 months, and the plan was to do it for a year. It's just that I lost patience and I didn't want to have to deal with the two textures. But I mean, for some people, transitioning is ideal because cutting your hair. As much as I want to say it's not that big of a deal, it can be, and especially because black people tend to, they have this attachment to their hair. There is this. We do make a big deal about our hair, and length for some people is also a real issue. So I feel like if that's the case, then transitioning is a good way to go about it. And obviously, if you're transitioning, the temptation is always going to be there once you do get a bit of nappy regrowth, to relax it again, and it's up to you to kind of resist that urge or to go ahead and do it. But I mean, either way, you don't really have anything to feel bad about, because it'll get to a point when you are ready and you do feel brave enough to just to go natural, and you won't want to relax it again. So if it's getting to a point where you still do want to relax it, then go ahead and do that. I'm not one of these people that feels like, oh no, don't relax, blah 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 blah. I think it's it's completely up to you, and I just don't believe in pressuring people either way. If you want to relax, go ahead. If you want to go natural, go ahead. Don't do it before you're ready to do it. And that's about it really. So as far as um, wanting to, wanting just cracking basically and wanting to relax it. It happened to me so many times when I was transitioning. There would be times when, especially when I first started to transition, and I was trying to take care of all of my hair as if it was natural. And the issue I had then was that while trying to keep the natural regrowth moisturized, my relaxed ends ended up really greasy and sticking together and tangled, and I didn't like it. I wasn't happy with that at all. Like I found that very, 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 very frustrating. I found it really annoying. So there were many times, even for me as I was transitioning, where I just thought to myself, you know what, maybe I should just relax my hair and forget about this. But I think by sticking with braid outs and twist outs and all those kind of styles, um, it made it a bit easier. Sometimes I would just do a French plait, like one or two French plaits, and I was good to go. Um, but like I said, there were plenty of times when I considered relaxing it, and it would have been really easy to just do that. But it got to a point where I was kind of determined, and I decided that I really want to do this. I do want to go natural, and so I'm just gonna hold out. And when I really felt like, it's do or die time, I made the choice to cut my hair, because if I hadn't cut it when I did in June, I definitely would have relaxed it again. I'm pretty sure that I would have just given up and relaxed it. So you know, moments of weakness, let's call them, they happen all the time. And I mean, just because I'm natural now doesn't mean I will be forever. I mean, I can't see myself relaxing my hair again, but never say never. That's all I would say on that. So, to anyone who does want to go natural, I would say if it's something that you really want to do, go ahead. Don't feel discouraged by people telling you it's not a good idea. Um, you've seen what my hair was like before, and I have no regrets. I've never been happier about my image. Um, I've never felt more confident than I have since I made the decision to go natural. And even when my hair was shorter, because I mean it's still pretty short now, it's not long now, but it's growing, I didn't feel self-conscious in any way. I didn't feel unattractive. I just I found the whole experience liberating. That was just me, and it does sound very cliche, but that's how I felt. So if you want to go natural, do it.